Yeah. Hey YouTube, it's the captain of Team Astera here doing my deck profile in Heroes. This is one of many variations that you can use for this deck. So I'm going to start off with the monsters. One Stratos, as you already know, is pretty much the searcher for the deck. One Diamond Dude. Mill through your normal spells, you don't have to pay the cost. The cards can't be negated when you use his effects. Two Malicious, pretty much fodder for your Destiny draw or whatever you decide to discard him for. Two Plasma. He's the skill drain pretty much of the deck. He takes your opponent's crucial monster and uses it against them by uses half its attack to his attack. Three Dogmas. These I don't really summon unless I feel the need to. He's a 3400 beater, and during your opponent's standby phase, they lose half their life points the turn after he was summoned. So he's useful in that case if your opponent is higher than you. Three Neos Alias. Use them also to search out with Stratos. You can search him out with Stratos and use them for shinings and stuff. Three-Dimensional Alchemist. To get back your remove from play monsters along with shinings that have previously gotten removed, or you want to reuse the monsters that are removed from play and add them back to your hand. Dark Grepher. Pretty much send Maliciouses and whatever other darks you need to the graveyard. Three Caius. Gets self-explanatory, removes a monster, inflicts 1,000. Plague Spreader. Just for syncering purposes or tributing if you can't get a monster and he's in the graveyard. Dark Arm. He's not really a staple in this deck, it's just something I thought I wanted to tech in and try out. It's useful in certain situations. If you have enough darks to summon them, do it. Gorz, a staple if your opponent decides to attack you early game. He can be very useful early game as well. Onto the spells. Two Fusion Gates. Pretty much to remove your heroes to play for shining, give them that extra attack boost. Polymerization for when you don't want to remove your heroes or if you need them in the graveyard to bring them back and then redo it again. Future Fusion. Then it's still useful Future Fusion for the Shining or whatever other fusions you're going to run. One Book of Moon. With Book of Moon at 1, you have to treat it like a Mirror Force. Use it only when you need to, and don't use it if you feel like you're going to be baited into using it. So, crucial staple. Trunade. If you feel that you have game, and your opponent has those face downs you're not certain about, send them back to their hand and go for GG. Dark Hole. Pretty simple, don't really need to explain it. Burial. I'll show you why you run him in this deck. Run this card in this deck in a little bit. Rhoda, search out your level 4 lower warriors like Stratos, Alias, Diamond Dude, Grepher, Reborn, give back anything that's in the graveyards. Alert, draw 2, remove 1, Destiny draw. You can use this with Diamond Dude, or you can just use Ditch and Malicious. If you hit this with Diamond Dude, you don't have to pay the cost. You just end up drawing a free 2 cards. Foolish Burial to get Plague or Malicious to the graveyard or anything else that you need to use that's removed from play. Onto the traps. 2 Chain Materials. Again, I'll show you why you run these, but I told you I was running Shining. Summon Shining through Fusion Gate. You can remove the Fusion Material monsters from your deck to bring out another Shining, but the monster will be destroyed at the end of the turn. So it's a plus in some ways, then again it's a minus. because your other shining that's already on the field will get another 600 points in tap. Return from a different dimension. Get back your monsters that are removed from play. If you can go for game, do this. Just make sure you clear your opponent's field back of any back row cards. That way you don't hit any snags in the road. Mirror Force, defense staple, and Deprison, same reason as Mirror Force. For the extra deck, I run 2 Shinings. I don't really see a need to run 3 when the deck only summons 2 pretty much. His effect, you can get back up to 2 heroes when he's destroyed and sent to the graveyard. But you don't really end up having him in the graveyard, you just end up having him removed. 2 Destiny End Dragons. These are pretty much the key to the deck. And I apologize for any loud yelling in the video. But Destiny End Dragoon, he's pretty much what the deck revolves around. His stats are pretty much even at 3,000 attack, 3,000 defense. He can destroy monsters in your opponent's side of the field and inflict damage to their life points for the whole monster's attack. So, if your opponent has a pesky sinker on the field besides the Stardust, they lose it and the monster's attack points. Also, when he's in the graveyard, during your standby phase, you're removed from play any Destiny heroes. Like I was saying earlier, with the return from the burial from the different dimension, you can recycle your Destiny heroes to put back in the graveyard to bring them back. 1 RDA. Just synchro purposes. 2 Stardust, protect your monster from being destroyed by Dark Hole and whatnot, and Mirror Force. 1 Colossal Fighter, mainly because since the deck is majority warrior, he gets a huge boost from it as well. Power Tool. I run cards in my side that work well with him, but I'm not going to disclose that later. If you guys want to know, I'll tell you in a message, just not on here.
Ben, give me an hour. No. Yeah.
Gaia Knight, Warrior, level 6, run over Stardust very easily.
That's not $2.
And the last one is Fungal Urquasis. He's pretty much, I guess as you can call him, Mr. Expendable. He's useful in a lot of situations with the Fairy Meteor Crush effect, and he gains 300 each time he inflicts damage to your opponent. That's my deck. If you have any suggestions on what I should run or take out, please PM me or comment on this video. I will take your suggestions into consideration, and if you have any questions, I'll explain to you why I run the cards that I do. Please subscribe and